I just said it.
What, ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Ready. Hello, everybody. Welcome to That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. I'm Ted. That makes him Damon. Damon, what do you want to talk about? I have things to talk about. What about you?
Well, some of the stuff we did together.
I'll have things you'll want to talk about.
So
you will too. Yeah.
He's a robot. He's a cop.
He's a robot. He's a cop.
Just figured I'd start there.
Theme's still going. Why not?
Yeah. No.
Is this the extended Healy cut?
It is. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. It's just remix, you know. So, Ted the cameraman, we should talk about this.
We can talk about that.
You came out and did me a solid so I could watch my son's football game. And what's funny is, so he came out to do that, and he's recording like the first couple plays, and I go, man, they're holding Chuck. And he's like, I know.
Yeah.
I'm watching through the lens.
Well, they're holding. Or I'll be like, did you get that? Well, first he's like, you know what? I really like if you stay tight on Chuck because I really just want to see what Chuck's doing.
Right.
I've had somebody record. They start a little late. They end a little early. I'd like to play it to the whistle. I like to see how he reacts. Like to see how he gets back on the line. Like to see how that. And he'd be like, oh, did you get that? Like, no.
Yeah.
It was off Chuck. Chuck was not involved in that play.
Right.
Did not get the ball sailing over the
But it was
the ref.
It was funny though when I told him, I go, man, they're really holding Chuck. He's like, yeah, I know. And then I go, I'm pretty sure they're doubling him. He goes, a couple times there was 3 of them. I was just laughing. I was like, okay. So I get home and I asked for the story. I said, hey man, why do they have 3 guys on you? Right. And he goes, well, he says, that's my job. I'm doing my job, whatever. But he goes, I actually told those guys, we got to the end of the game. He goes, I don't have a sack yet this year. He goes, because I'm constantly double teamed or he's being held. I mean, he's being held like crazy. But he goes, I literally looked at them guys and I go, hey, listen, why don't you let me get 1 sack? Right. And they're like, oh, we can't. Both of them. Right. He says, they said, we can't. And he goes, listen, I'll let you pancake me. Right. He goes, you let me sack him. He goes, next play, you guys just pancake me. And he goes, they stopped and went, oh, and he goes, they looked at each other and like thought about it. He goes, I wasn't going to let him pancake me because I was going to go get that sack. You know what I mean? I started laughing, but they just looked like, we can't do that. Coach will murder us. And he's like, okay. But yeah, it was just kind of funny because that's, you came to a couple games last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I never had you work the camera like that because I wasn't doing that last year.
You went last year. You weren't doing that, yeah.
I'm just trying to put some
what
stuff
I like
together
is
for
that
him.
you put out, hey, can anyone do that? And you asked me before, and I said I would if I could, but it just hadn't worked out because of other things going on.
Right.
And then right before the game started, someone came up and was like, oh, you got someone? Cool. All right. And then fourth quarter, maybe 6 minutes left. Oh, you got someone? Okay, I wasn't sure.
Right. And
this was not the time to ask.
They were both pastors from my church.
Right.
So the one, when he came up the first time, I love it because Ted's like, so you waited till I was holding the camera. You know, I have Damon's phone in my hand. Oh, you got somebody. Okay, good. Just check it.
Oh, did you get someone?
Did you get someone?
Do you know that guy? Is he with you?
Yeah.
I noticed he's standing between you and your wife. Is he with you?
Yeah.
Is that your guy?
Weird. But yeah, no, it was kind of funny where they're like, we just wanted to make sure. You wanted to make sure now? Now's when we were in. But no, it was very cool. He played a good game and they won the game and it was cool. And I appreciate it. But I just thought it was funny with Ted the cameraman. He come out and he's like, okay, and then what you put up a couple posts with, we called it That Chuck's Out.
Yeah.
And that was funny. So
well, you put it up and then said something like, you're just mad you didn't think of it first. And then later on, I put it on one of the posts because you were wearing Chuck's dad's your Chuck's dad hat.
Yeah.
And one of our people was like, oh, that's hilarious. And you were like, yeah.
They go,
you're like, that's Wilson's a genius. And you're like, yeah, he's a genius.
Yeah.
And I didn't say
Wilson.
I didn't
genius.
I didn't refute it or I didn't accept it. I just let it lay there, see what you did with it. And you're like, yeah, genius.
Yeah, genius. Yeah. That's my guy. The guy who repeated everything I said. But it was fun, man. It was really fun. So now we didn't do everything together. So you have some stuff you did that I wasn't privy to. What do you got?
Are we actually talking about even though we talked about it for like 17 episodes, we are actually in real time on the other side of my show.
Yeah, comedy show.
Yeah.
And it went very well.
It went very well. It was sold out.
Yeah.
Sold out show. No, it went way.
Everybody had the same password and PDF from Ted.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. I had people that purchased tickets 5 weeks out, showed up at my mom's house day of, and like, oh, is Ted here? I couldn't get my tickets. And I was like, Ted's busy.
Yeah.
Ted's mentally not prepared to do tech support for olds right now. And so I would just be like, what is your email? Or like, what is your phone number? And I would like, and then you keep talking and I would hear, because it was loud as all get out.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And finally I was like, could you stop talking to my mom for a second? Did you get a text? Can you check it? Because I would like to go back to what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah. Did I show this?
There it is.
Just walk in. I will let you in.
Right.
Because you know who's the final say of who comes in? Me.
Right.
This guy.
And you know who was the buffer who recognized just about everybody that walked through the door? This guy.
The other guy.
So if I know you paid because you were a teacher and I know who you are, you're just going to walk in. So, but that was pretty cool.
We went to the venue. Not you. I'm not trying to not include you. I just want to make sure the story is right. When I say we, it was John's friend of the show, DeCoste, and Comedy Brian. We went to the venue to meet Hooper.
Right.
To discuss, logistics.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And we're like, don't do any of that for us. We don't need that. It sounds nice. It sounds great. But, don't put that kind of
Don't
stuff
need an
out
investment
there.
in
Yeah, don't
that.
need investment.
Right.
And then she said, well, no, we want to make this place look nice because we want to, this is our public announcement that this is available. People can rent it if they want. We want to see what they can do with it. We're like, okay, well, don't go out of it. And they had some plans, and we set up complete ideas. And then you got a friend to hook me up with sound system.
Quality stuff, man.
I mean, the sound system, his work, everything. We had 2 monitors coming back. Mac, I had monitors at my show.
He's not even paying attention.
Yeah, I know.
He has no idea.
Well, that's probably doesn't have monitors. He can't hear it coming back at him.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, so we're setting it all up, and then, I get there first, and I walk through there's a pipe and drape, so there's an actual stage back.
Right. Yeah. Backdrop.
Which that was not going to be. The backdrop was just going to be the far wall, like the padding on the far wall, so people don't run into it after they, dunk, right? So I spread that out, and then there's tables with tablecloths. So round tables. We had originally agreed on rectangle tables, which she went with round tables, and everyone had their own souvenir cup and a koozie, and everything. It was lit with special lighting and all this stuff. And our banners were on the wall, and there were posters that made some jokes about my last name and some other things. A VIP like step and repeat, which I saw other people's photos, and people took advantage of that, which I thought was cool. It said VIP, right. And there were lights on it, and people were taking photos and having a great time, and then the bar was all set up. And I was like blown away, right? And then I'm like blown away, Jamie. And she's like, oh, but I haven't done this, and this. I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
Like not accepting this praise. You have done way more than I said you should do. We did way more than we agreed to. I am thankful for all of it. Please accept that. Well, I still got to do this and this. I'm like, and it'll sure be even better. But this is amazing. So then later on, I show back up, and they're kind of finishing up the setup and everything. And I'm in the back of the school. And I hear, I look, and it's Mike Toomey at the back of like a door that no one should ever be at. Yeah. Like this is not the front door, the side door. This is like the, hey, we're going to do some drug deals in the back door, right?
Yeah. Hey,
and I was like, did you come to this door first? He's like, no, I went to every door and I knocked on it. And no one was at any door.
By the way, he's the headliner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
So it's almost imperative that he gets in the building. Yeah.
Yeah. So we let him in. Well, first we had gone to a room just off the stage, and that was going to be the green room, but we couldn't get the air conditioning working.
Yeah.
And it was warm that day.
It was toasty.
So we went to a further room, but then later on when it was John's up doing the hosting, getting the show kicked off and everything. And again, thank you, Mike and John, for all that. And thank you. Comedy Brian showed up and he did the pre-show announcements, which was cool. That was just a, throwback to we did that when we worked together. So that was just like a fun little thing.
Right.
But I'm sitting there watching John, and Brian just turns to me and he's like, "You're dripping wet." I was like, "Oh, I know." Basically like the same thing. They're black and chalk. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know I'm soaked.
I am familiar with the fact that
I've been
soaked.
running around and everything and doing all this stuff, and I just changed into my show uniform.
Yeah.
And so then I had to go back to the green room and stand in front of the air conditioner and a fan, and then I had to like trust that Mike and Brian were paying attention to let me know if it's time, right? So so finally after a little bit, I was like, I don't trust that anymore. So I ran up and just stood there, but had a fantastic time. It was really great. Jerry from Video Village was there.
Oh yeah.
Proprietor of Foot Wedge Pens, Mike was there. Ed was there. Christina was there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was a turnout. A lot of people listen to the podcast.
Yeah, you were there. Tracy and Keith and Lori. And Bree and Courtney and all that family that they were all there. That was really. I mean, I could go through like my mom and a whole. My mom, it was like that seat was kind of hard on my butt. I think I should have left after you. And I was like, yeah, don't stand up for a table of 10.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say
in the middle of the show and be like, we saw our guy.
We're missing a reserved table that says Wilson with 2 L's in the middle of it. So I'm kind of guessing who left.
Yeah. But it was great. A lot of people came up and said, when's the next one? And I was like, let me absorb this one first.
Back her down.
Pump the brakes.
But as a spectator of the show who did really nothing, just went and spectated, it was very good. It went off without a hitch.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I have to thank your wife because she helped at the box office, and our friend Matt did some stuff. So it was a great time.
No, it was really, really good. See, so I guess not everything. We did a lot of stuff together.
We did some stuff together, which is unusual for us. Usually it's
we
break out of here and you're dead to me.
Right.
Oh, wait, I did.
You hope.
I did see distracted you from doing an actual paid gig downtown Wilmington.
Oh yeah. That was.
You don't have to talk about it. I just
Yeah, but that
you were
was
working.
kinda
and I
funny,
was like,
yeah.
made you stop working.
Well, when you see the double gun salute from down the street,
Yeah.
you
It was
single barrels.
Yeah, single bears.
Single barrels.
Both birds.
Yeah, both birds.
Both
yeah.
birds from 2 blocks down.
Yeah, what were they? Willy Wagtails. 2 of them flying right at me with mean eyebrows. But no. That said, I have a couple questions for you. Can we do that, or do you have another story? Okay. This is what I was thinking about the other
That
day.
actually played for once.
They did, and it played all the way through.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of weird.
Well, I meant like it actually works. It actually is in theme.
Yeah, it's weird. So it says, what I wrote here. Here's my question. Do you know why your dog is your best friend?
Do I know why my dog is my
Yeah,
best
is your
friend,
best
or
friend.
just like any dog?
In
is?
general. In general. Because I
the
really
only
started,
ones that actually every time you come home are excited to see you. I don't know.
well, that's true. That's a very widespread answer. Okay. Yeah. Like
I know
I've
my
never-
dog sees me as the best friend because I agree to the dog tax.
Oh yeah. Gotcha. So he's getting a pay.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting paid off everything.
He's getting a pretty healthy cut of everything.
I understood.
Protein and
So he's like a manager.
right.
It's like a dinner
For
manager.
Sure. Yeah, he
I
gets
gotcha.
he gets his 15%. Oh,
Plus
he'll let you know if you don't.
Right. I was going to say, yeah, I am ready to negative review.
He'll jump right up, get on my lap and look at the table like, what's this?
But
I see you're still.
But I thought so. Me and you've we've known each other since I don't want to say friends. Okay, let's use that
We've
term
been
loosely.
acquainted,
We
yeah.
have known each other
Right.
for 42, 43 plus years. Okay, I've never walked up to you and rubbed your face and said good boy.
That's true.
Okay, I've never done that. I've never sat in a chair and then tried to get you off my lap because I just need a minute to look at my phone
Right.
or answer a text or this and that. So it really is. It was so crazy. I'm thinking about this and I'm like, I can't even walk up. Like, I wouldn't do that to my wife. I wouldn't walk up and rub her face and be like, oh, who's a pretty girl? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
I'd rub your wife from neck to knees.
I understand. And I appreciate you doing that for me. I appreciate
It's not as smooth and flat as this table. If you know
right.
what I mean.
Understood. There's some geography.
Yeah.
There's some geography.
There's some
there's some landscaping.
sound of music.
Yeah, understood.
The hills are alive. Hi, Brian. Now you're paying attention.
Oh, now he's paying attention.
When I ask you,
yeah. He makes an awesome comment.
I ask an AV question. No comment.
No comment. He doesn't even know. But you talk about somebody
did
else's
this happen?
wife.
Yeah, when I
recently.
talk about Damon's wife, suddenly you're like, "Well, I'm interested."
Yeah. So
What's going on here?
What's this rub down? What do we?
Was that disgust or jealousy over there? What was that?
Yeah.
It's too far away for me to see nowadays.
But again, I've never had a friend, no matter how good they are. Okay, and you're not a good one at all.
Correct.
But I've never had a friend, no matter how good they are. I don't know what you're laughing at, scumbag. I barely know you. Okay, so anyway,
He appreciates.
I was
that.
going to say, yeah, someone in this room is super happy,
Yeah.
and he's sitting over there giggling.
Yeah, he's
right.
He's more excited now.
Yeah. At least I'm not Ted. Okay. I had such a bad day going, and then I went, at least I'm not Ted. This could be so much worse. But no, I that was my big thought was I thought, hey, this is something that I really, I don't know. I gave it a lot of thought because I have a dog in my house that I don't like.
Right.
Okay. Now I accept her and I tolerate her. Okay. And I'm never mean to her. I just, it is what it is. But no, when Lilo, jumps up on your face and you're like, okay. Then she's like sitting on your chest. You're laying down. She's sitting. It's like, okay, look, if you came over and sat on my chest,
Yeah.
first off, I'd have a real problem. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, if you came and sat on my chest and just used your nose to inspect what I've had to eat all day.
Correct.
What did you been putting in there?
Yeah.
What's going on in there? You got
correct.
anything now?
Correct. Or you start licking my ear. We're a totally different kind of friend.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're totally different.
Yeah. I wouldn't punch a dog in the face, is what I'm saying.
Right. But I would punch your dog's owner in the face.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. If I do that,
I mean, I
dogs-
have,
Yeah.
because I have a dog with hair and not fur, I have literally had to remove stuff from its butt.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Right.
You can tell he'll come in.
The
and
berries?
It's more than berries. It's
Oh,
more
really?
Like, it's more like a whole pine cone.
Like coconuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll
gotcha.
come in, you tell, like he goes to sit, but he can't sit, so he just hovers, and you're like,
But at least he's not sitting on your stuff.
no. Yeah, well, that's true.
You know what? Hey, positive. That's positive.
Well, that's more because he doesn't want to mush it into himself. That
Right,
he wants to mush it into
Look,
my
this
stuff.
is already sloppy. I don't
Yeah.
care what your couch is like, but if this
Yeah.
makes any worse, I'm going to be really
But
mad.
if you would have told me that at one point in my life I would be holding a dog towards someone so that they can grab some paper towel and pull poop out of them,
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have signed up for that.
Yeah, well, you didn't think you'd be doing comedy in Wilmington either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Lots of stuff has happened.
Yeah.
You know?
6 of one. Half a dozen.
So, hey, I have another idea. This is a business idea.
Wow, this
It's
has
a
been a while.
It's a branding idea. All right.
For those of you new to the show, we used to do this weekly.
Okay.
Back in episodes like 15 through 50, let's say.
Yeah. So basically, it's more like a trademark branding thing. I want a product. It's going to be a huge umbrella, just blanket product for anything. The title will either be Sure It Is or You Betcha.
All right.
Okay. So it's for insecure people that are trying. You know what I mean? So basically, hey, is that shirt really a large? You betcha. You know what I mean? And it's the You Betcha brand. So it's probably a 4X, but it says L on it.
Yeah.
And it says You Betcha underneath it.
Now, is this the reverse of those shirts that no matter what size you buy, like property of some athletic department, XXL,
Yeah.
and it'd be a small, and you're like, that's not,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that, why do you want to be that way?
Sure it is.
Yeah.
Sure it is.
Sure it
Yeah,
is. You
that's-
betcha.
Yeah, you
That's
betcha.
what you're saying.
Yeah. But so I like that. And then same like if you're in the gym and like you don't, like I'm a big guy, but if I can't lift as much as a smaller guy, you start to feel a little worse. So if you're like, man, are you really benching 4 45-pound plates? You betcha.
So you're selling 10-pound plates, but putting 45.
Correct. Well, we're making them the same size, but
Right.
I mean, they're nowhere
But
near.
you're writing 45.
You're writing 45s on them. You know, so it's like, oh my God, is he like pressing like 22 plates? Yeah, you betcha. You know, are those 45 pounds a piece? Sure it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are you buying like wraps that make like,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
cars from a distance look like nicer cars?
You betcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I thought that could catch on, right? I think that
Sure.
could really catch on, especially for people that are like very self-conscious but they're trying. That's the whole thing. I'm in the gym. I don't want to be the guy that's like, what do you got on there? Well, I got one plate on each side.
I got the bar.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you help me get the bar over there? Do you need me to spot you? No, I need you to help me carry the bar
No, I need you to carry
over
the
the
bar
bench.
over to the
Yeah,
bench.
I need to put
And
it to the
then-
bench.
When you say spot, I need you to lift from the middle.
Yeah.
I'll get the outsides.
Okay, here's what I want to tell you. Lift with your legs, not your back. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to be laying down. I ain't going to be able to help you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not so much as spot as it is press.
Right.
I need you to press
That's what it
up.
is. So is it working? You betcha.
Betcha.
Yeah, you
Sure
betcha.
is.
But I thought that's a great, like, just catchy thing. And that could be for anything. Same thing,
I'm just getting a text. Williamson has signed up for that website already.
oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. You betcha.
Hasn't even heard it yet. He knows.
Yeah. Yeah. YouBetcha.com.
He
You
is
go to get it. You're like,
registered.
where did it go?
Sure is.
Yeah.
.com.
Sure it is. Yeah, sure it is. But no, I in that realm of, hey, I'm giving effort. Hey, I'm doing this. It's very positive. It's very positive. Same time too.
Which is unusual for you. So
Yeah, if you want-
I'm wondering where the twist is coming.
Oh, there's no twist. I want to be lazy and I can wear that stuff. You know what I mean?
I see.
What do you mean I see? That's not a twist. That's a real thing. So, and then, hey, last but not least, I got accused of
Already liking this.
of dyeing my hair.
Of dyeing your hair.
Dyeing my hair.
Why would you?
And
This is the same like when the lady asked me if I had chosen to go bald.
right, yeah. Would you ever go back? No. But
You think I chose this?
But I got asked if I was dyeing, and this is what I said. I said, no, it's man shampoo. That's what I use. And they go, what? I go, it's just for men. And they're like, what? I go, yeah, I wash my hair. I just wash out the gray, you know, and I really don't do it too much anymore. But I for your show, I was gonna, and I'm like, nah. But you know what's weird? That's the night someone's like, hey, are you dyeing your hair? I'm like, no, I haven't done it at all. Do I really look worse than this all the time? You know, but the just for men stuff, it works. Use it on your beard.
But I don't use the shampoo. It's actual.
Yeah. Oh, you do an actual thing.
Yeah.
See, I
well, then
can't-
the thing is, someone was like, I told someone as a ginger, well, I expected your beard to be more red. I'm like, well, yeah, it's solid white, lady.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But-
you don't understand. The red was put
The
in
red
by
one-
me.
Yeah. I mean, this is medium light brown because if you get medium light red in the wrong light, it's purple. And I don't want to look like I have grimace face.
Well, that I was Rebel. No, that's the band. It's the Hamburger, right? Never mind. I said it wrong. So, but anyway, I just thought I would clarify right here. I do not dye my hair. Okay. I use a man's shampoo. That's what I use. Okay. So your answer is nope. Okay.
Your answer is no dice.
And that's not a you betcha. Okay. That's a nope. That's a solid nope. All right. Let's do a couple fun facts. The first one, this one, it kind of got me because I think this is a case for Wade What. In medieval Europe, animals were sometimes put on trial for crimes such as stealing crops or causing damage. They were even given lawyers. That to me screams Wade What. Okay? Unless it's a chicken. Guilty, Your Honor. You know what I mean?
Now, I see a loophole here. Why don't you just go get someone else's animal,
Yeah.
throw it into your, like let's say there's 3 people. They're all like angry at each other. You go get person A, go gets person B animal and throws it in person C's field and just sits back and watches.
Right. Oh, I never thought about that.
What is the animal going to do? No, it wasn't me.
Right, yeah.
Well, I mean, it was me, but he threw me in here.
Yeah, let him speak for himself.
Yeah.
What does the animal say?
What does your solicitor say?
Yeah. The defense rests, Your Honor, he has done nothing. He oinked 3 times, okay, and then he crapped. So
He can't even get in that field. What are we even doing? He had to have had help.
There's a fence.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I rest my case.
My horse saw it happen. So would you like to bring the horse down? He's got his own lawyer.
It's the spider. It's Charlotte, okay? She writes it in the web. Listen, it was not that pig. It was that pig over there, you know? And then the cop's all offended. He's like, wait a minute.
But,
yeah.
All right. Your animal did this to my property. Oh, what are you going to do? Sue me? Right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, well, this went
this took a nasty turn.
This got well out of hand.
Yeah.
You invited him to sue you, sir. I get it. I didn't think
Touche.
it would happen. This is not this is not 20th or 21st century America.
Right.
This is
This
is ye olde England. I thought it'd be different.
Yeah, medieval Europe. I mean, that's old times. But how do you take the stand? What do you put? You put your
That's what I'm saying. Like
you put your snout on the Bible, and I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
To be fair, none of them could read back then. So.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. So, but I thought they were even given lawyers, and it says true facts. But I would love to see.
Was that the equivalent of the ambulance chaser back then? You know, because that's seen as the lowest form of lawyer now, right? Was that the one? Well, I do animal law. Ooh, that's not great. I know I was lowest in my class. So.
What field are you in? Yeah, field. That's right. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Fields. Yeah. I do animal trespassing, animal graffiti. You know, you got the rattle can. It's like, you think that pig painted the side of that building with a rattle can? No, not at all.
They probably would take out space on castle walls and be like, call the London Hammer. Chicken give you a peck, get a check. That's what they would do.
222-2222. Wait a minute. Is that a phone number? You're in medieval times. Yeah. What do we call it? What are we doing
you just
here?
stand out in the field and go, 2, 2. Just say 2 for a while.
Yeah, just press 2. Just press 2 for a while. When I pick up, you know you press 2 enough. Mitch Hedberg, love it. All right, here's my second fun fact. This one, I don't know that I believe it, but it says, did you know 4.8 billion people own mobile phones? That doesn't sound off.
All right, I'm with you so far.
Whereas only 4.2 billion own a toothbrush. I feel like that's skewed.
Well, you know what though? You will, and this is a sad state. And I don't really know if I want to go down this road. You'll find a lot of homeless people have phones. And I saw someone oh, so they're homeless, they can't afford homes, they can afford homes. And someone wrote in response, do you know how much a home costs?
Right. Your home doesn't run on any time minutes.
You could beg enough to get one of those track phones they had to put minutes on. You can't beg enough to get your own home. You know what I mean? So it's gross, but I could see it, I guess.
Yeah. What was there's a great joke by
I own multiple toothbrushes, if we just need to put that out there.
I was gonna say
I have my home one, I have a travel one, I have stuff I have some in the closet for when the old one gets when the one gets old. So am I not skewing that number?
You have to be. So you mean there's probably really 3.2.
Every time I go to the dentist, hey, here's some toothpaste and a toothbrush.
But how many billion people are in the world? Isn't it 8 billion? Isn't that what we come up with before when we were talking or something?
Was it that many? That sounds about right.
But my point is, say it's 6 billion. You're saying that only 2/3 of the people in the world. Now I realize there's countries where that's not, third world countries, whatever. That's not what you do. I get it.
And some countries don't give children phones, so you got to count that.
Right. But still, 4.8 billion people. I'm talking more about the toothbrushes. You're talking about 4.2 billion people out of the 6 billion on the earth. There's more, but 6 billion.
I mean, have a toothbrush. That's a question of why. Is it because they literally don't believe in tooths?
Right. Yeah.
Or is it because they have other methods of,
I don't know,
of cleaning their teeth?
But I know how they don't clean their teeth. An app on their phone. Okay. Right. But I mean, really,
the people down at Colgate are like, we got an untapped market here. We got almost half the earth that doesn't have one of our things. Let's get on that.
Well, and the people over at iPhone or Apple are like, man, we should make toothbrushes. This phone, there should be an app for brushing your teeth. You'd be like, you already got the phone.
Right.
You're good.
If they had known that, they wouldn't have started with those apps back in the day where it looked like you were drinking a beer if you tilted your phone.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah.
Right? They could have been like, hey, you know what? Now people have these phones. Let's use that lightning connection to put a toothbrush in it.
Right. But yeah, so 4.2 billion own a toothbrush. So basically
They do have those
0.6 billion.
toothbrushes that it'll play music if you put it in your mouth. It's for kids. Like it plays.
Oh, yeah.
Tones.
You play to the end of the
It goes to
song,
their
right?
jaw. Yeah. So why don't they just make your iPhone? You can't hear the music unless you put it in your mouth.
Yeah, where's Wilson? He choked on his iPhone when he was brushing his teeth.
Well, you don't put the phone part in. You just put the extended part in.
All right. Here's my next fun fact. This woman was sleeping in I'm going to show you the picture in a minute. In snake printed pajamas. Her one foot was outside the blanket. Her husband thought it was a snake and broke her foot.
This sounds suspect.
Okay. Now, who do you think bought her those those
so
socks?
I get. So those are, you said pajamas, but those are socks.
They're socks.
That look like, yeah, I mean, clearly, if you run up to your own bedroom, you see a lump that's human shaped, and outside of that lump, coming out of the blanket, is a thing that looks like the socks you bought for your wife.
Right.
You break that sumbitch off.
Right.
Now, was he drunk? Because I guess if he's impaired, you walk up and you just see that. Because there's times where, have you ever just like caught like a shadow wrong? And you're like, ooh, what was that? Okay, it was nothing. All right.
Yeah, but I don't beat it with a bat.
Like the time my wife saw a rat in the basement, and it was the size of a house.
Well, it was a rat, but
it was a musk rat.
Of the certain musk. Yes.
When I opened that door and there was a dog-shaped oh!
Yeah. I think that's a chupacabra.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is,
Yeah.
but I think we're gonna have to hit it with a bat. Yeah. But no, like you said, what did you buy your wife for Christmas? Snake socks.
Yeah.
What did you bust with a hammer last night when you came in the room? Snakes.
I'm gonna my socks are gonna need a lawyer.
You know what's weird is she has restless leg syndrome, so those were moving around like crazy.
What if she just had some like not quite silent ones, but what if she had some chili and she was like, like what's happening? I thought those were her socks, but that's something's going on here.
Yeah, and then they find out that her her left arm's broken. And how far did you hit her? Where did you go?
Should have done it with a bag of Valencia oranges.
Yeah,
but you know what?
They don't leave bruises.
I would have also been like, well, you know what, Your Honor, she's sleeping in socks, so psychopath first off.
Yeah, nothing screams psychopath like wet jeans or sleeping in socks.
It was in my defense because why is a woman wearing any kind of socks to sleep in?
It was me or her. If she didn't leave in an ambulance with a broken foot, I was going to get murdered.
I have a feeling that she was going to murder me with her feet.
Yeah. Man gets kicked to death with snake socks.
I mean, it's weird. Like if I've had a long series of days and I'll, like it's afternoon, especially in the winter when it gets dark at, noon.
Right.
And I'll sit down on the couch and I'll fall asleep, I'll wake up 15 minutes later. Totally fine. I'm fully clothed, everything. But if you try to go to bed and you're wearing that stuff, it's like, what kind of monster are you?
Right.
Like I just was dressed like this on the couch 3 hours ago, but now it's like, this is bizarre.
Yeah, and you're under covers. You're in your bed. If you fall asleep on top of a bed, like I've been on vacation before.
And
you go back to the room and you lay down and you just crash.
You've been at Disney in the Florida sun all day and you lay down in the bed, boom, you're out. But if you intentionally get into bed fully like in regular human clothes with socks on, just like this person needs to be put down. Yeah. I don't know what's happening here.
Your Honor, you're lucky I just hit her socks.
It's so weird.
Okay.
It's
yeah. Yeah. I really could, and you know what is funny? The judge looks at him and goes, you know what? You could have hit her a lot.
It's the same like if you could go anywhere and that a sandwich is an expected place, like a picnic table, your own home, a restaurant, anywhere. But if you're just standing in the middle of a neighborhood street looking into someone's window eating a sandwich, you're a weird guy. Yeah. I'm just saying. If I was to see that in my neighborhood, I'd be like, oh, we got to call someone.
Right.
I don't know who we're calling, but this guy's got to go.
Yeah.
Mac and I were talking before you got here. The Denny's right up the street had an incident last night. And the mugshot of the guy, I said, if that guy walked in and looked at me like that, I would immediately be like, call 911 and just leave it.
Don't hit send. Don't hit send.
You're right. Hit all three of them. Just don't hit send. Just leave it ready. Because this guy's going to do something. Apparently he thought he was, someone had said something derogatory towards him. So he got upset, started flipping tables in the Denny's.
Really?
Yeah. And we're like, hey, settle. This isn't a Waffle House, sir.
I was going to say, yeah.
Settle down.
Well, if it's a Waffle House, somebody would come out and beat his ass.
Right.
Waffle House people can fight.
And then someone else would be like, can I get a waffle? Yeah. My waffle's burning. Let's go. Put that guy down.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why you're playing with him. End him.
Yeah. End him.
Finish him.
Go.
Finish him, You
guys are better than this.
Why don't you put your cigarette down?
Yeah.
Then maybe you fight better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look like a locomotive trying to fight the guy.
Just put it in the coffee. We know it goes there. Let's move on.
We know.
Come on.
We know. All right. So here's my last fun fact. In 2007, a long time ago, a gorilla escaped from his exhibit, grabbed and mauled a nearby woman, and this is my favorite part of the sentence, and then attacked the restaurant. I don't really understand.
You work up a mighty powerful hunger.
Yeah.
If you break out of an enclosure.
Okay, listen. That picture you
Maul
saw,
a woman.
Picture you saw from Denny's last night. Look like this guy. So it says, it was later revealed that what caused this, and this is why I like this fun fact so much, because I talked about this when I was on vacation, was that the woman was making eye contact and smiling at him several times a week, which zookeepers told her not to do.
Yeah. Like, hey, Deborah, we've talked about this.
Pull it back.
This guy gets out.
Yeah.
He's taking on you. Then he's going to go get a grand slam. You understand?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then she probably bought coops.
Yeah, my man's going. That's what it is.
He probably like mauled her. Her purse flew out. She had birthday coupons at Denny's. He's like, I'm going.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You mean it's buy one, get one?
Yeah.
Are we doing BOGO?
BOGO. I'll eat them both.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. By the way, I ain't paying for either one. I'm a gorilla.
Yeah, BOGO means both to the gorilla.
You know what's weird?
That's what that means.
Is you see him walk in the Waffle House and the chef just starts cracking his knuckles like it's going to be go time.
Yeah.
I feel this.
Yeah. Bring it.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to need an extra pot of coffee.
Right. Yeah.
I am going to be worked up.
Yeah. Light me a second cigarette and don't dial 911. We're fine.
Yeah.
But no.
You better scatter those hash browns because we're going to be putting stuff in them.
I'm going to scatter his ass.
You're better than this. But I'm saying it's horrible that a woman was mauled, but it's like the gorilla was like, all right, I'm out of here. I got my freedom. I want two things. I want to maul that dumb bitch that's coming down here for the last 6 months, and then I want a Rudy Tooty fresh and fruit.
Right, and then I'm getting breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't. You know what's funny?
I know that's IHOP, but it's funnier.
He mauls her. Then he looks around and goes, "We want breakfast." Okay,
Yeah,
or wait, who's driving? You know I can't drive. I don't have a car.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have a car.
Yeah.
So who's driving?
You fly, I'll buy.
Yeah,
Let's go.
You know I'll buy. I got a BOGO.
Yeah.
I have no intentions of paying. All right, but we're both eating for free.
You know what? It doesn't matter what it costs. We're not paying.
Yeah,
we're eating. Do you understand?
Yeah, you're with me. You're with me. Okay. What's that? My Blue Heaven. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, me and Seabass are going down to the Denny's. We're gonna eat. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the case. That was 2007. So that's why when I was looking at that guy and he got pissed, and I'm going, okay, listen, give me a head start.
Yeah.
I don't want. And you're like, that was a deep knock. And you look out the ring camera picks up like a gorilla, and you're like,
yeah,
I know that guy. He flew 1,200 miles here just to maul me and then go have breakfast.
I mean, the fact that happened in 2007, and then. Let me do some quick math here. Like 7 years later, Harambe happens.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that ended up that way.
Right.
Did this guy get like a place named after him in the animal kingdom? No, probably not. No one's heard of this gorilla until just now.
Right. No, I didn't even give his name.
Right.
Just said a gorilla.
A nameless gorilla.
Yeah. All right. Now.
Well, what if it was Harambe?
I
just threw him back in a thing.
That's what it is. Yeah.
You got one freebie, Harambe.
Okay, we gave him one.
We warned him.
Okay.
This happened again.
We didn't like that lady either, but you can maul her. Okay.
Yeah.
So
hey, we're closing. Let's go.
Yeah.
I just want to look at the gorilla some more. You're here every day, lady.
Yeah. Stop staring.
It's gonna end poorly.
Yeah. He's gonna get out.
Let the gorilla out.
Yeah. He bought Time Life books. He is fashion. He's fashioning a ladder.
Well,
okay.
Yeah. No, he just bought enough books where he could build stairs.
Right. It's like
he's
what's
stacking
he learning?
these up in a stair shape. Should we do anything about that? Nah, I'm gonna see how this plays out.
Why does a gorilla have an
I
Encyclopedia
got an
Britannica?
idea. We don't have to deal with Deborah anymore. Settle down.
All right. I want you to read a TCO sells it for you.
Oh, here we go.
All right. I want you to read a TCO sells it for you. We're not really selling it, but we're helping somebody.
Hold on. The whole phone scroll.
What did you do?
I don't know what I did.
Under the gorilla fact.
Yeah, well, I'm not even.
What did you do?
There it is. Okay.
Did you break it?
Yeah, I broke it.
Okay.
I'll get this out of the way. No.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's like watching a
Am
raccoon
I
open
reading
Tupperware.
this part or the thing here?
No, yeah. Just read the
Just
sign.
read the picture?
Read the sign.
Okay. TCO sells it for you. Lost. Set of house keys and car keys. If found, please return to 520. I'm ahead of it.
Yeah.
I'm ahead of it. Havener Avenue, 30329.
Get to
I
the
usually
bottom.
get home after 5.
Yeah. Okay.
So again, if you found my house and car keys,
Yeah.
please come to my address. I won't be there until after 5.
Right. You have all the time in the world as long as you're out by 5. Yeah, but in the quotes in the bottom, in the parentheses, it says, I usually get home after 5. So
Yeah. I will the good stuff is in the back den.
it's wild, ain't it?
Yeah.
But to put up a tag and be like, I lost a set of, look, you can do that and be like,
You know
if
what?
found,
You know what
call.
Honey, this picture isn't even my keys. We'll be fine.
That's what he's so mad about. He's like,
no,
look,
he's like saying like we're fine. They're not going to break in. These aren't my keys.
those aren't my keys.
So they won't even know.
That's for an older Ford. I have a new GM.
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah,
they can't make a copy off this picture.
Right.
Those aren't even our keys.
Yeah.
That's not the point I'm trying to make, Harold.
Right. Yeah. You know who is home before 5?
Yeah.
Me.
Right. Yeah. Deborah's home before 5.
Right.
She's not the same since the gorilla mauled her, but she's
Right.
home.
Right. That's the thing. He shows up with the keys and he's like, you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
Yeah. I think it was, I don't know, it was Saturday, Sunday. That's not one day anymore. Tina's like, I finally sold those things. She had some stuff on Marketplace or whatever.
yeah.
Still available? Do you take $3 for it? Anyway, like, the guy doesn't have a car, wants to meet me at the casino. And I was like, all right, well, let me know if you die. Right? Goes, I don't know how long it takes. Comes back, the dog's freaking out.
Yeah.
Let the dog out. So the dogs are excited. Well, the dog didn't know if you were dead.
Right. Yeah.
We didn't know until you got back.
First off, if that was your keys and,
then,
he found it.
Right. Well,
yeah.
then it sounds like this guy gets there and the guy's like, apparently says, I don't have any cash. Is it all right if I pay Venmo or Zelle? Not if it would have been me, because I have neither.
Right.
I would have been like, no, we're walking somewhere where you can get cash.
Right. Yeah.
Because you know how I deal in? I deal in cash.
Yeah. Yeah. You're on foot. So you're walking. I'll be
Yeah.
right here in
That
my
was the
car,
thing.
listening
Yeah.
to the radio. Yeah.
That's what it was. It was a pair of skates. And he was excited because he didn't have a car. I was like, what, does he work at the Sonic? Is he a car hop? Like, what are skates going to get him?
He works at the zoo.
Yeah.
He's got to get away. Listen, I stare at that damn gorilla all day.
He works at the skating rink. Yeah, they won't let me take him outside though. I got to leave those in. Those are like bowling shoes. They're rentals.
I was gonna say, yeah, I love
can't-
wearing bowling shoes.
I can
can't
only
take
wear
those.
them on the rink. I can't wear them out in the
Yeah,
parking lot.
can only
They get
wear them.
scuffed.
Can only wear them when there's a disco ball going. That's the only time. But yeah, so I just thought that was great when it says lost and it's an actual sign. But to give your address and then let people know, listen, you know what? There's
Right.
no reward, but if you get there before 5, help yourself.
Yeah.
Help yourself. You're gonna TV.
I mean, the only way that's better is that if he's like, meet me at my parking garage. This is where I usually park my car. I get off at 5.
Yeah.
Well, son of a gun, my car's gone. What's happening
my
here?
Goodness. There's 8,000 extra miles on my car.
You know
This is
what?
wild.
You know what would be baller?
Hmm.
Take his car, leave his house key. Just set the house key right in the parking spot.
Be like I don't want that dump. You know, I don't
And
want
use whatever he's got in his car to leave a message. Thanks, brah. In the parking lot, his tire iron and the shirt he left in the back seat.
What's the whole? It's like, thanks, bro. Don't need the house. I'm gonna do a soup kitchen in your car. You know what I mean? And it's like, wait a minute, is this Dirty Randy and the Boys?
Yeah.
What do we got going on over here? You know,
Dirty Randy, no!
that's a great movie. Great movie. And if you get that reference, we are friends. Okay?
We're not.
Yeah,
But they're friends.
Yeah,
We're-
yeah.
you
we're
and I are not friends?
Yeah. Hey Google,
listeners
what's
are
the
not.
other guys? Hey Google.
Hey, Googles.
Yeah, other guys. So all right, I have a there goes my hero.
Wait, well, hold on. We got to tell Jenny's Google one more time. Hey, Google.
Stop it.
Yeah. is your
You got me.
got him?
Mac? We've been threatened with being bookmarked for that.
I was gonna say.
Do you remember
yeah.
being bookmarked?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
Because we said it on this podcast.
I know
that's why.
because we also had monitors. We understand.
Yeah.
So here's there goes my hero. A Tokyo man makes $80,000. I forgot it.
Why would you waste that?
I don't know.
Well, actually, I don't know if we can use that anymore.
Why? You don't think so?
Well, I don't know.
Are they in trouble?
They've stepped out of the limelight for a hot minute.
Oh, understood. All right. So he makes a Tokyo man makes $80,000 a year, renting himself out as a do-nothing friend, but won't befriend clients. So it says Shoji Morimoto. We'll call him Morimoto.
I am not paying you a nickel.
I was going to say, I feel like I'm underpaid for not being a good friend.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah. But he's 40. He's found success by renting himself out for $100 per 2 to 3 hour session, offering companionship without any expectation of real friendship. Listen, that's what we have.
I
Okay.
was just going to say,
this is
sounds
free.
familiar.
This is kind of,
I feel like
you know what?
yeah,
Isn't that the
we
Audio
are-
Hive podcast? Isn't that your
It's
studio?
like my whole business model.
I was going to say.
yeah. Mac is very upset that there's money on the table. He is not taking.
I don't understand. You should change your name to Morimoto. You're going to make $80,000 a year doing this stuff. All right. But it says since 2018, over 1,000 people, including foreigners and locals, have hired him to combat loneliness, a growing public issue, particularly in Japan, where social withdrawal is prevalent. It says his role involves little engagement. his clients hire him to simply sit in silence. First off, I couldn't do that. We know that. I'm not going to sit quietly ever. I'm going to make noises. I'm going to have to give you a discount or a refund. I'm going to have to do that. Okay. They accompany him on walks. They even observe as they engage odd activities like eating shredded paper. Listen, you want to pay me $100 to watch you eat a notebook?
You don't. That's not enough money.
I don't think that's enough.
No.
Unless you eat the spiral. If you eat the metal part too, the spiral, you know what? I might watch. I tell you where I want to be, outside the door when you pass it. That's where I want to be, okay? When you think that's coming back out, I want to know. And you know what? I'll come there for free. I'm going to sit outside the door.
I'm still out.
I want to hear what's going on. But it says in early 2024, he expanded his services with a new offering, people who don't rent anything, where people can request a companion for a specific task like shopping or video gaming. Okay, let me tell you something about, I have a son who video games, okay? He does not want a friend to watch him video game.
No.
He does not want anybody to talk to him while he's video gaming. Now, that's cool to sit quiet. I don't think he wants to spend $100 for 2 to 3 hours.
Well, that's true. But also, does he not put it on Twitch? So he wants people to watch him.
Right. I'm talking about Chuck. Chuck will sit in his room and just play.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. No, my other son, no, I understand that. And Nick will be like, yeah, I want some follow. I get that.
Well, it's weird. Like back before that, we would, if someone had a game and we wanted to see it, we would watch the other, like you just watch another, like now it's weird. You're not in the room. You don't know these people.
Right.
But if like there was a game, it was one player, we wanted to watch it, you would sit and watch someone else play the game, right?
Correct.
That's, I would pay nothing for that.
No, nothing.
I expect no money and you get no money from me.
Congratulations.
This is a zero monies interaction.
There's no money exchanging.
If I had monies, I would have purchased the game myself. That's the point.
So the last sentence says, while many find his job peculiar, no, everybody, not many.
No, your dog finds it peculiar.
Okay. Morimoto enjoys the work and appreciates the low stress it brings. Do you know how that is true?
I think the only stress you would have is who's going to pay me for this nonsense next week?
Yeah, I guess that would be something. But $80,000 a year, listen, that's not nothing. You know what I mean? That's not nothing.
Yeah,
and he's setting his own schedule.
Yeah, to do nothing.
I
think he's like, we don't talk. Yeah. it's like the pretty like no kissing.
Yeah, right. That's what it is.
That's the first rule.
Listen, I understand that if I sit here and watch play video games, I'm already getting screwed.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not kissing, and I don't expect you to pay me, and I'm not talking.
He calls it Fight Club because they're like, we don't talk about it. Yeah. I just show up.
Yeah.
It's great if you actually got a new friend and you're like, who's this guy? I prepaid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you know what?
I paid him through the month.
I bought the package. So yeah, he's gonna be around.
He'll go away in a couple hours.
He's gonna be around.
Don't talk to me. He charges more for that.
Next thing you know, you go over to your buddy's house. He's sitting on the couch next to him. What happened? It just catches on.
And
man.
does he do that like traditional thing where he just stands and has his hands behind his back and just kind of leans forward and he's staring at you the whole time?
So they have pictures here. I don't know if that's really him, but like you see him sitting across the table from someone like at dinner.
Why? That's so weird.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no problem going to some party of me.
Yeah.
I'm the guy. Just send me to a table. After traveling by myself, for work and everything, I have no issues going to any restaurant and being like, I would like to eat your food. I did not bring anyone with me because I am by myself. I did not pay someone extra to sit here and watch me do this.
Correct. They're like, hey, do you need more Morimoto?
Yeah. Because you know what? Everyone in this place at some point are going to look and go, oh, there's that guy. And then they're going to go back to their food. And that's as much interaction as I need.
Correct. But think about it. Then you got to buy, it says in here too, you got to buy the guy meals.
Out. I am already out.
Yeah. Sometimes instead of charging fees, clients only pay for his travel and meal costs. What? Now, if you told me, listen, I'm going to Marishka's later, okay? I want somebody to sit at the table across from me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to buy you a poor boy, okay? And we're going to probably split some onion rings, mushrooms. We'll have the whole to-do, okay?
Right.
The whole to-do.
Right.
You tell me that, I might go, I will drive myself there for gas money, okay? I'm going to have me a poor boy.
I think that's different. If anyone in this room was like, give you that scenario,
yeah,
making it happen.
Right.
I'm not calling up some weirdo.
Right. Hey, you want to go to Marishka's?
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Do you want me to pay for 2 heavily priced meals?
Yeah, because it is. It's heavily priced.
Because it is not cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a BOGO and you're not a gorilla.
Just so I feel like I'm not alone?
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah. Imagine if the gorilla did that. That'd be great if the gorilla's like, listen, here's the best part. You don't pay for meals when you're with me.
Yeah.
So also, that's $100, but you don't pay for meals.
You don't get the other meal. You can sit down in front of it.
I am eating for 2.
I would recommend you don't touch it.
I'm eating for 2. I would not touch the other meal. Yeah. I would not do that at all.
I don't even like the mushrooms. Don't touch them.
Yeah. They're not yours. They're still mine.
I see that I got 2 orders of them.
Yeah.
Because it's BOGO. Buy one, get one.
Yeah. But I do BOGO, which is not buy one and still get the other one. Yeah, that's how it works.
Buy one, gorilla one. That's how it works.
All right, let's do a strange story. All right.
Strange stories.
It's been a while since I heard that drop.
I wonder how Macaulay's doing.
UK duo
Yeah.
goes on 260-mile tandem bike ride, buck naked.
Why?
Okay. In early fall,
That's a slapping sound you hear as they drive by.
the early fall is the perfect time for a little road trip. The weather's still warm, but not too hot. Summer crowds have dispersed, and the autumn tourists haven't arrived yet. And nature's still gorgeous. That's what British friends Neil Cox. First, I'm going to drive around naked on a bike. What's your name?
Yeah.
Cox.
Yeah.
All right. And Jay Antic. Hey, that's Antics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's Cox antics.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That's what they also thought. So they decided to hop on a tandem bicycle and travel through southwest England. In early September, Cox and Antic set off from Gloucester glucose monitor.
I know what you're
Okay.
talking about.
The end point of their 260-mile planned route was Land's End, Cornwall, the very southwestern tip of England. Okay. So it sounds like fun, but apart from the mildly unusual vehicle choice, not that special. So what's the big deal? Well, Cox and Antic didn't wear any clothes.
Do you know how painful it is to ride a bike with clothes?
Right. I don't know what kind of seat you can buy where this
Right.
is not going to hurt.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you chafed? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a seat
Yeah.
in my colon.
It is inside of me.
I was
right
going to
now.
say, it is in
Yeah.
my colon. Okay. Yes. Yeah. I have got the soup kitchen from this bike. Okay. That's
Crazy
what,
Randy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Dirty Randy, the boys.
That's what it is.
But it says both the buck naked riders are naturists. You think? Meaning they don't believe in wearing clothes, even if they really don't, or if they really don't have to. True to their beliefs, they stay nude for the vast majority of their journey. So not the whole majority, or not the whole thing.
Well,
the vast.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. In your house, in your, as they call it, garden, anywhere you want. That's fine. Once you get on a bike and start going through town, I think clothes are are no longer an option.
Right. Well, but here's the deal. So I know right now that if your name's Neil, you're a dude. I got to assume Jay Antic is also a dude. I don't know. But it says here that this is a weird choice of words. Hold on a second. It says, true to their beliefs, they stay nude for the vast majority, but it says, unlike what you might think, the writers say the public response to their project has been overwhelmingly positive. I would never, if I was riding down the road and you always have to move over to the side for bikers anyway. You're coming up on that. I can't get around it fast enough. Okay. I can't get around it.
Look at his ass.
Yeah. Both of them. But
I think maybe it's because I would say it's 50% of the people that go around him are just like awkwardly giving them thumbs up. Like,
Right.
all right,
right.
you're doing that.
Yeah. But what
Good
about the
for
ones that
you.
have kids in the car and everything? I mean, you don't want to have to, now I have to explain this. What's that? Well, that's Cox.
Yeah.
How'd you know his name? I'm not sure. Okay. I'm just telling
It
you.
was a lucky guess.
It was a lucky guess. Yeah. Which you guess squared a red bud. So it says, as
Yeah,
we
can you
mentioned.
imagine they're driving by? Cox? Yep, that's me.
Yeah.
He's antic.
Right. Yeah. What kind of antics are you pulling? No, that's him. That's him. I'm
Yeah,
Cox.
just as long as you're pulling the antic.
But it says, as we mentioned, Cox is 36 and Antic is 25, begin their trip. So at least they're not like 48-year-old dudes, because that would really be,
Still, that's
if I put this on display, first off, good luck eating anything. Good luck. Okay. I'm going to ride by. You know who's going to get free food? Me. Because no one's going to finish whatever they have in their car. They're going to throw it at me. I'm going to be covered in milkshake.
maybe that's your plan.
That's what it is.
Maybe that's how they're eating.
But it says on September 7th, they mounted the tandem bike. That's a weird choice of words.
Not a fan.
Right. And began pedaling down the road wearing nothing at all. Well, Cox had a bicycle helmet on, but that's it.
Safety first. Not even shoes. Now look, I went on a little mini rant about wearing your socks to sleep.
Yeah.
Now you gotta have socks on.
Right. I got to tell you what. I don't care where you put the snake sock. I'm still going to beat it with the bat. Okay. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't care where you wear
Hey,
it.
you know what? This
I'm
is
gonna hit it with
where
a bat.
this is where a pair of snake socks
Yeah.
would have come in handy.
Correct. I don't understand this next part because this is weird. They did.
Wait, this is the weird part?
Yeah, they did the same
All
trip.
right.
They did the same trip in 2022 to raise money for charity, earning a nice, get this, $6,600. You rode naked for 260 miles.
Yeah.
And you thought a nice earning was $6,600.
I think this time they should have been like, hey, we're planning to do this. If we reach 10,000, we won't do it. Or when we reach 10,000, we stop. I think before you even get on the bikes, maybe you've reached that.
I was going to say, you might have one person be like, you drive past my house 3 times on this trip. I'm going to give you 10 G's. All right. But it says their first major stop was Bristol, which they proceeded them into Pills, Then the big break happened when finally the duo headed down to Cornwall. Along the way, they chose their accommodations according to the weather. On some nights, they camped outdoors.
Presumably, they had saddlebags or a backpack.
Yeah, well, I mean,
because you're just laying in the grass.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how big they were, but I'm sure they had saddlebags. But when it got too cold, they stopped at a B&B or a hotel. You imagine pulling up, okay? You pull up, you both get off your bike. Now, when you get off your bike, you're a dude. You got to step over that bike. Stuff's hanging. Yeah, you know what I mean. And they're looking. They're like, there's no room at the inn. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. I just changed to no vacancy.
Right.
So you didn't tell me when you messaged me that you didn't have close. That's amazing. So it says, after we went through Glastonbury, we did get dressed, but only because it was kind of windy and chucking down rain. Okay. So what you decided was, I'd rather be in wet clothes than naked.
Oh, that's a good point. This is a question to you. Riding a bike with wet jeans or buck naked?
Buck naked.
There we go. Now we got it.
Buck naked.
Now we got it.
Yeah, buck naked.
Here we are.
Wet jeans don't move. How am I pedaling?
$6,600 coming our way, everybody. I'll be in the back. Are you naked back there? Absolutely.
Yeah. Wait.
You betcha.
You betcha. Sure it is.
Just don't turn around.
Yeah.
I'm naked back here. I guarantee it.
Yeah, you naked? You betcha. Your wang's out? Sure it is.
Sure it is.
Sure it is.
Sure it is.
Does that weigh 45 pounds?
I'll kick the kickstand down so it drags every now and then. Was it dragging? Don't worry about it.
Every time it does, you go, ow.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that guy's impressive. Don't get it stuck in the chain.
This is in the rain, too.
Yeah. They said it's windy. It's cold outside. Oh, my God. Yeah. So it says the Bristolians welcomed the nature because they weren't weirded out by anybody. People in Glastonbury were overwhelmingly positive. It was a bit overwhelming. You just said overwhelmingly positive is a bit overwhelming. I know.
Yeah.
You used the word. One lady even thanked us. Cox recalled, there were times I was worried about a negative reaction. I don't think you were.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't think when you left.
I think at any point you were like, this won't go poorly at all.
So, it says no hanky-panky. Now
that lady was like, I ain't seen a tallywhacker in 10 years. Thanks, lads. that lady liked it a lot.
Yeah. Nice sock. Yeah. So it says,
you said sock, right?
Right.
All right.
So it says, now let's address the undressed elephant in the room. We're all probably thinking the naked bike trip is some kind of sex thing, right?
No. I was not thinking that at all.
I wasn't at all. Okay. Let me tell you who wasn't thinking that. Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? This whole room. I think this is the first thing in this room everyone will agree on.
Max not even paying attention.
He's not even listening. He's
like,
agreed.
I'm in. I agree. So it says, according to Cox and Antic, however, that couldn't be farther from the truth. To begin with, they're not even dating. Oh, so they must be guy-girl. They're just friends. In fact, Cox has a steady relationship with another woman.
Wait, so...
right.
Time out.
Go ahead.
Time out.
Yeah. You know what? This might switch to...
Also...
Why?
Yes.
You're telling me that this guy, he's in a steady relationship with another woman.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, I'm going to ride down to Land's End with my tallywhacker out.
Yeah.
Sydney's coming with me.
Yeah.
Also nude.
Yes.
Everyone enjoys it. You remember we made $6,600
roughly
a couple years ago?
Roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying.
I think I can make enough for this divorce too.
Yeah. But here's the next quote. It's not a sexual thing. I have a girlfriend of 10 years. What does she do?
Not riding the nude.
Right. But not even that. How busy does she work? She's like, I'm going on a bike ride. When you be back? November?
Yeah.
Okay, who are you going with? Antic?
Right.
Okay.
And then you're like, she's like, okay, he's out again. He's on his nude bike ride. You want to come over?
That's exactly what it is. The nude bikers only think nudity is natural. They also hope that seeing their non-supermodel bodies. So that's even worse.
Well, I mean, there's a large difference between supermodel and it could just be a regular average person.
Yeah, I almost want to see a picture now. I have to know what they look like.
Well, now
With
that I know
clothes
there's a
on.
lady involved, I'd like to see a picture.
I was going to say, yeah,
Damon Procchio. That checks out. Recorded at Audio Hive Podcasting Studio.
you betcha.
Sure it is.
So it says, I heard somewhere that supposedly having more exposure to non-sexual nudity can have a good impact on others' self-image. I don't know what kind of self-image. Honestly, if I walk in here in Daisy Dukes and a crop top and you guys go, man, you're losing some weight,
Man,
Brock.
well, I'd be
You're
like-
looking good.
This guy has got some self-confidence.
No self-awareness, okay? None at all, but self-confidence, all right?
This guy's proud of nothing.
This guy, he's the one that like used to color the picture and bring home like his D- and be like, ta-da! And mom would hang it on the fridge,
Yeah.
you know?
He's showing way too much ta and da.
But it says, this is his last quote, I feel happier and less stressed when I'm naked. And most people seem supportive of that. Cox summarized.
No.
Huh?
Apparently I'm in the minority because
You
I
betcha.
don't support it.
Yeah.
I don't support Cox or his statement.
No. And the fact of I have a 10-year woman, okay? I have a 10-year relationship.
Well, yeah, please
Right,
rephrase
yeah.
that.
That's why.
Phrasing.
Yeah.
I have a 10-year woman.
Yeah.
I'm a 38-year-old man. What?
You betcha.
That's why I ride nude with a 25-year-old. It's very frowned upon if I ride with a 10-year-old.
Isn't that wrong? Sure it is.
10-year woman.
Sure it is. Where can they find us, Dad?
After that, I don't know where they can find us. They can find us at thatchecksout.net, all the socials, that checks out. WDT. You know where you can't find us? With music behind it.
Oh, yeah,
Do,
now.
do,
Yeah, we're in the
do,
middle.
do.
Now.
Thatchecksout.net, all the socials, that checks out. WDT. Don't forget, we are Damon and Ted, recorded for you at Audio Hive Podcasting Studio. Mac on the sound and no video because Jerry sadly is not here. Single tier. Executive produced by Damon Bracchio and Ted Wilson. We'll catch you next time.